few days ago, a video went viral of a middle-aged man standing in front of the camera speaking out against the government. An ordinary citizen, a private individual who, in a moment of frustration, of perhaps righteous anger, recorded a video. He spoke out. He criticized the people who he thought were responsible. In a now infamous clip, he said that roughly translating to, "Everyone's disgraceful mother has arrived," referring to Punjab Chief Minister Mariam Nawaz. Just a citizen tired of bad governance expressing his frustration, but the state didn't take kindly to it. Within hours, the man vanished. What happened next was a tragically predictable sequence of events, a play we've seen many times in Pakistan. The criticism, no matter how legitimate, was deemed unacceptable. Then came the second video. The same man, now with a different tone, a different body language, and a different message. He stood before a camera reciting an apology. An apology for what? For speaking his mind, for daring to voice criticism. He said he didn't mean to offend anyone, that he was wrong, that he regretted his words. But the look in his eyes said something else. The spark of resistance was gone. The internet dubbed it a classic case. His software had been updated. But the update wasn't just about his public image. The consequences extended far beyond the digital realm. The whispers turned to confirmed reports. He was fired from Kashi, the company he worked for. A man's livelihood, his reputation, who he was, all erased. All because his software had dared to deviate from the programmed norm. This one incident captured the essence of what many in Pakistan now refer to as the software update culture. This isn't about your phone getting a new operating system or your laptop running smoother. It's the chilling, almost comical way people describe what happens when someone dares to challenge the system and then suddenly comes back silent, submissive, and scripted. These updates don't come from Silicon Valley. They come from dark rooms, from anonymous calls, from unmarked cars, often a black Vigo, the ominous symbol of forced disappearances in Pakistan. From the missing persons in Balochistan to political workers in Punjab, the phrase Black Vigo has become shorthand for state-enforced silence. It's censorship without due process. It's censorship without due process. Reprogramming without consent. It's the invisible hand that reshapes narratives, silences voices, and curates public opinion. This man's story is not an isolated one. There was the famous case of journalist Asad Tur, picked up from his home, beaten, and released with a warning. He came back changed. Then there's Imran Riaz Khan, another journalist known for his fiery criticism who disappeared for months before returning and going completely silent. In all these cases, no formal charges, no trials, no legal documents, just disappearance and reappearance with altered messaging. And again, the people say it in one sentence. His software has been updated. The metaphor is more than just a joke now. It's a survival instinct. Citizens know not to ask too many questions, because when someone disappears in Pakistan, it's rarely about the law. It's about power. It's about control. From activists and political workers to teachers, poets, and even comedians, no one is outside the reach of the state's unofficial reset button. The software update isn't just about silencing a person. It's about sending a message to everyone else. The stories of those pulled into the Black Vigo, some returning with silence, others never returning, are chilling reminders. In recent years, this culture has intensified. Under the current hybrid regime, these tactics have become more organized. The intelligence apparatus doesn't always wear uniforms. Sometimes it comes dressed as a civilian. Sometimes it comes with a smile. But the result is the same: fear. Fear of being made an example of. Fear that your dissent may be met with a knock on the door in the middle of the night. Fear that your dissent may be met with a knock on the door. Or worse, a ride in the infamous Black Vigo. The rise of digital media has played a curious role in this culture. On one hand, It has amplified voices like never before. Anyone with a smartphone can go viral, but on the other hand, it has made it easier for the state to track, target, and neutralize dissenters. Your viral rant against inflation, your angry TikTok video criticizing the establishment, if it gains traction, especially if it embarrasses the right people, you may find yourself updated too. Even celebrities and politicians have not been spared. PTI's Sanam Javaid and Alia Hamza faced the wrath of the current regime in what many describe as a personal vendetta by Maryam Nawaz. Sanam Javaid, in particular, became a symbol of resistance during her court appearances, only to be repeatedly denied bail and subjected to harsh conditions. The late Sabine Mahmood, a human rights activist, paid the ultimate price for refusing to be silenced. And then there's the case of poet Habib Jalib. Although from an earlier era, his words still echo in today's repressive climate. Main nahin manta, I do not accept this system, he said. But today, saying that publicly may just get you a visit from the invisible enforcers. The irony is that the phrase itself, software update, feels like it belongs in a comedy sketch. But it's not funny. It's a soft language for hard repression, a way to laugh at what cannot be openly condemned. Pakistanis joke because they're scared. They meme because they're angry, and they say his software has been updated because to say he was threatened, coerced, silenced by the state is dangerous. So what happens to these updated individuals? Some go quiet forever. Some become state mouthpieces. Others fade into obscurity, too scared or too broken to return to their old selves. Their audiences shrink. Their families suffer. Their credibility dies. But the machine keeps running, updating, silencing, reprogramming, one dissenting voice at a time. The case of the man who simply spoke his mind, only to return with a robotic apology and a pink slip from his job, is Pakistan in a nutshell. An ordinary man tried to speak truth, and the system punished him. The same system that claims to uphold democracy, free speech, and civil rights. It's not about one uncle, it's about every citizen who wonders, if I speak up, will they update me too? Until the day comes when a citizen can criticize their government without fear of abduction, job loss, or state-sponsored humiliation, Pakistan's software update culture will remain its most ironic, most tragic joke. A digital era term for an age-old tactic: silence the rebel and scare the crowd. The uncle's story is just one chapter, but it's one the internet won't forget, and neither should we.